What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back down at our shop. It is 4 a.m. and we have a snowstorm on its way. It is obviously completely dry out right now. It is absolutely freezing though. I think it's like 22 degrees or something like that. So we're gonna head out. We are all gonna salt our routes and then see what happens. They're not calling for much snow at all. They said anywhere from a coating to an inch and a half. So we'll go out, we'll get some salt down through our entire route, see what happens. It's probably gonna start snowing by the time that we get through our route, but more than likely we'll go through, salt everything, and then come back and hang out for a little bit, just let it snow and see what happens. All right guys, I am pulling up my first road here. But my truck is making a new noise. It kind of sounds like a wheel bearing or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's a bit of like a humming noise that goes with the rotation. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Hopefully it's nothing major. We're gonna have to dive into that after this storm. The truck's running fine besides that, but we got our salt spreader on. We're gonna run through and salt this entire route. I am actually doing my route backwards today. If you've seen my past snow removal videos before, you know that people parking on the road is one of my biggest complaints during snowstorms. And I actually just met a tow truck driver on one of the roads where people have been parking non-stop, and the last snowstorm I personally went there and spoke with the owner of all the vehicles. He doesn't even own them. He's running a body shop or a mechanic shop out of his house, and all his customers drop their cars off to him, and he had the road, it's a dead end, he had the road lined with cars. And I told him, I said, look dude, if you have all these cars here on the next snowstorm, we're gonna have to tow them. We can't get down here with our plow truck. You're limited where we can put the snow, and it just can't be happening. So the tow truck guy got 6 cars off of that road already, and there's 2 more there that he's gonna come back and grab. So it is what it is. That guy's gonna be in for a rude awakening when he wakes up and all of his customers' cars are gone. I hope this light isn't blinding you. I have it on so you guys can kind of see the controls down here. If I turn it off, it's pretty dark, but I won't know that until I watch this back. There's cars parked everywhere on the street. And there really is a no street parking during snow events. I guess you'll call that a rule or a law, whatever you want to call it. I don't know exactly how the village handles that, but during a snow event, you're not supposed to be parked on the streets at all. Look at this guy. He's not even just parked in the street. He's got his wheels facing out. There is somebody in that driveway, so I hope he just moved it to get his other car out and he's putting it back in the driveway. We went down 2 streets here and there's at least 3 cars parked on the road. One thing I want to try and figure out and start doing is getting my phone set up somewhere where I can do a YouTube live and live stream an event. I don't know exactly how to go about doing that. I got to play with the whole YouTube live thing and figure it out. But obviously when I'm driving, I'm not going to be able to read the chat or anything like that, or type back to you guys. Obviously I can talk if I can see it and read it, but I've never done a live, and I think it would be pretty cool. The only issue is it always snows, not always, but most of the time it snows in the middle of the night, and it's 4 a.m. It's probably, let's see, it's 4:50 now in New York, which people on the East Coast might be awake, but anybody on the West Coast or Midwest or anything like that, probably you're still sleeping. So I don't know how many people tune in overnight. I think it would be pretty cool to do a live stream during a snow event though. So maybe in the future, we'll see what happens. So this is probably one of the worst hills. I think it is the worst hill in my section, my route, and possibly in the whole village here. It's pretty steep. I don't know if you're picking that up on the camera, but it's also like an S-turn, so this one always gets a bit messy. So I'm gonna go down this dead end. I'm gonna come back up. I'm actually gonna triple salt this road, that hill. So I'll go back up salting, and then I'll turn around and come back down and salt it again, and then we'll head out the other end of the neighborhood. The rest of the village, the hills we do both lanes usually. That one I'll do triple, but the mains we go down the center, not mains, the flats, we go down the center. Mains and hills, we do both lanes. Flats, we do the center before the storm. Now we're gonna go back up this hill, throw the salt spreader back on. Some more salt on here. Time heading back down. I've done everything at the top of this hill already, so no reason to do a loop there. We do try to avoid backing up as much as possible, but sometimes it just makes more sense, especially when it's not even snowing yet, and it is the middle of the night. But if it was snowing and people were commuting, you don't really want to be backing up in a plow truck. That's not good. We got oil leaking here somewhere. Is that water or oil? That's not good. Where's that coming from? That's not good. I gotta take a look at this real quick. This thing is covered in oil. Alright, so I wiped it all down. Hopefully we can see where it starts coming out. It's definitely leaking somewhere though. Alright, I just got a text from WeatherWorks. That's who we use for our live updates on the snowstorms. It says flurries and an eventual brief period of steady snow will begin 6:15 to 7:45 a.m. With cold temperatures, snow can quickly cover all surfaces before exiting mid to late morning. So we have about an hour and 15 minutes, according to them, before the snow actually starts. So we should be able to get through our entire route before the snow is here. But now that we know what they're saying, we'll do a check-in when the first snow actually starts and compare it to what they're claiming. We'll see how accurate they are. Fresh Direct food delivery at 5 a.m. Interesting. This is another hill here that is pretty bad in my route. Definitely during a storm it gets a bit hairy, so this is one that you definitely want to double up on. The one good thing about working in the middle of the night is the lack of traffic on the roads. Being able to make a 3-point turn like this without having to worry about any cars coming. Also, the darkness makes it easier with that, having the headlights to tell you when cars are coming. Alright, so we are done with 2 of my neighborhoods. My route is split up between 3 small neighborhoods, and then I have one like double dead end, and then I have another dead end that we're about to head to right now. So I have 3 neighborhoods and, like, we'll call it 3 dead ends. One of them's like a cutover road with a dead end off of it, which we did before, but I have one more dead end in the middle here, and then I have one last neighborhood, and we are done. We're pulling into my one single dead end that I do. This road is actually very nice. It is pretty wide. It has concrete curbs on both sides, and it's pretty straight the entire way down to a cul-de-sac. Now we are in my last neighborhood. This is the neighborhood that I usually do first. It's kind of nice doing it backwards, a change of pace for today, and I actually end closer to our shop rather than farther away. This one cul-de-sac kind of sucks when you're plowing. It all leans one way, so the road is all tilted to one side of the cul-de-sac. And we're gonna drive right by this road. That's how I'm gonna get out of this neighborhood. So we'll do that on the way out. So now we just need to double up on the hills in this neighborhood, and we are done. I am gonna check a couple dead ends that are not mine when we're out of here. We'll see how much salt we have after we finish this neighborhood, and then we'll go check those dead ends, and if they need to be hit, we'll take care of them. If they were already done, we'll head back to our shop and hang out until the snow's here. All right, guys, it is 6:20 and it is officially snowing. I don't know if this is picking it up, but I'll get out in my headlight here. You can see the snow coming down. Not very heavy, but it did just start. I don't know if I've ever done a walk around. Actually, it's pretty dark here. Let's go find a road that has, maybe we'll pull down there. We'll go under a street light and I'll do a walk around on my truck and show you guys this. All right, guys, it is actually about an hour later and the snow has been falling non-stop, but here is my truck. This is a 2014 International TerraStar. We have a Everest front plow power angle here. We have a Everest wing plow as well with the Everest hitch. And then in the bed, we have a Smith spreader. This truck also has a pretty neat wrap on it, in my opinion. We have a truck plowing snow on the door, and then there are trees and snow falling and everything. So pretty cool. We do want to wrap the rest of our trucks like this, but I'll show you around the back real quick. Pretty nice setup. Everything runs amazing on this truck. We got strobes all around, but pretty much perfect. We do have liquid on here if we need it. Reed Systems liquid tank right there. Hose runs through here, up on here, and then it sprays down on your salt. And then as you spread your salt, it has liquid mixed in with it. But I stopped right here because, as you can tell, there are Christmas decorations all around. Today is actually Christmas Eve. I know you're not seeing this video until probably around the middle of January, but it is a Christmas Eve snowstorm. The temperatures are going up to around 40 today. I think they said a high of 38, so the snow might melt, or we might have a white Christmas this year. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens, but there's not really much to do right now. There's only a tiny bit of snow on the ground, so I'm gonna head back to my shop. Yesterday we replaced the arms under the cowl on the windshield wipers here, and forgot to put the hose back on for the washer fluid on the driver's side there. So I'm gonna go back to our shop, get it inside, and connect that. What'd you say? Hey, what'd you say? Yeah, just the passenger side's working. It's probably frozen. It's malo mechanical. That's okay. I'll deal with it. Alright guys, we are heading back out. I just checked the radar, and AccuWeather's radar has this thing out of here in about 20 minutes. It's 8 a.m. right now. They said by 8:20, at least on their radar, by 8:20 it shows the storm completely through us. It is moving very fast, a lot faster than most snowstorms usually move through this area. So we're gonna head out, scrape everything off, and re-salt. Hopefully it'll hold off, and it's gonna be done snowing by the time I'm even through my route. So probably by the time I'm through my first neighborhood, it'll be done snowing. But I have about a 5-minute drive, give or take, from our shop here until I'm out in my route. Then I'm gonna throw the camera on the outside and get some footage of me actually plowing this time. I know the last storm, we didn't do any plowing at all. It was just salting. So time to go drop the blades and clear this snow. many garbage cans can one family have? One, two, three, four, five, 6 garbage cans. I wonder if everybody in the neighborhood, or in the cul-de-sac, well, that guy's got his own. I wonder if everybody else puts their garbage cans together to make it easier. 6 garbage cans for one house is a bit excessive. Snowy morning run-in. Starting to melt off nice. We got one more neighborhood and one more cul-de-sac. It's like a dead-end cul-de-sac to get through, and then we are done. I'm gonna pull to the side here and check how much salt I have left. Hey! Hey!
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. I got one cul-de-sac and one little neighborhood left.
You have, I'm sorry, what, you have what?
One cul-de-sac and one little neighborhood left.
Oh, there you are. Alright.
Good?
Yeah, I'm just checking everybody.
Yeah, did Rodrigo talk to you? I just realized I had 4 missed calls from him.
I just talked to him about 15, 20 minutes ago. He said he was almost done in his area. He was going back to get salt, and he was headed to the cemetery.
Alright, let me give him a shout.
Alright.
Alright, bye.
What's it called?
Hey, you called?
Yeah, almost 6 months in the salt control. Pero ako po ang pay for this week.
Alright, so I have about a third of a spreader left of salt. So I have one neighborhood and one cul-de-sac left. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna do the cul-de-sac for, oh, actually I lied. I have one cul-de-sac and then that like double cul-de-sac that I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna do both of those cul-de-sacs first, salt them, get them cleared, and then go into the neighborhood. I'll scrape everything in the neighborhood, and then hopefully we have enough salt to salt that, and I don't need to go back and get more. But if I do, our salt bin is 5 minutes down the road. All right, guys, I just finished my route. You can see everything is melting off pretty nice. I just ran out my salter. I had a little bit left after I finished going through my route, so I just doubled up on some roads that still had a bit of slush on them. But now I'm heading back to my shop. I want to just drive past a few of the roads that I did in the beginning, right as the storm was ending, to make sure that they all melted off nice too. They should have. By the time I got out of the first neighborhood, the storm was pretty much gone, so I'm not too worried about it. But we'll be there in, I don't know, a minute or so. I'll be able to take a look at them. So this here is the first neighborhood I was in right as the storm was ending, and so far it looks great. Yeah, we're gonna have no issues through here. This is pretty much perfect. We'll just drive through real quick and make sure there's no spots that I missed or anything, but I doubt it. I put a ton of salt down. Down this hill real quick, and then we'll take the next one. This one should be good. Yeah, blacktop all the way down. Of course, the plow guy's making a mess. That's actually the same guy that, well, same company that does the complex where our shop is. Yeah, these roads look great. All right, time to head back to our shop and get this truck parked. Where's Rodrigo? He's the only one that's not back yet. right, so back to the oil that was leaking on here. There is a little bit on here, not too much, but we definitely don't want that to continue. I think it is leaking right along the seam down here. Not exactly sure why, but it's definitely not terrible. There's barely any on here, but obviously we don't want that to continue. We're gonna have to dive into that one day this week. Tomorrow's Christmas, so not doing that tomorrow, but maybe on Thursday or Friday, if we have time, we'll pull this in and look at it. But all of the major repairs are first in line to get taken care of. So let me go call Rodrigo, see where he's at. If he needs help with something, I might run back out real quick, but he should be good. Everybody else is back here already. And then if he's good, we'll end this video here. All right, guys, Rodrigo actually made it back. Right as I was about to call him, I picked my phone up and saw him pulling in the parking lot. But we got all of our trucks parked here. My uncle lost the glass piece on his headlight here, so we got to replace that. We got a couple other repairs to do, but we got my truck, Rodrigo's truck, Paul's truck. This is actually the only manual we have, fun fact. This is my dad's truck. Vinny was running it this storm because of the whole Chevy issue that we have going on. And then here is the yellow TerraStar, ran fine with this blue plow on it. And then this F-350 does a condominium complex that I don't really talk about. It's kind of like the redheaded stepchild of our company. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.